Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
And happy Friday to you
Right.
as well.
Are you also a teacher?
I am also a teacher.
Okay. Are you starting
Uh-huh.
your spring break or is it next week?
Oh, I think it's April 16th. It's a couple of weeks from now.
Mm. Okay. What state do you live in? Are you in Arizona?
No, I'm actually in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta,
Georgia.
Georgia.
I love the South. My
Yeah.
grandma, she lives in, hold on, where does she live? She lives in Alabama, right by Gulf Shores.
Oh, I bet you that's very nice on
Yes.
the water.
Yes.
I'm a little landlocked in Atlanta. Uh,
Oh,
there's,
gotcha.
there's some water, but like the Chattahoochee River,
Right.
that's about it.
Oh, that's so lovely. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me, Lisa, today. How's everything going? How are you?
Everything is going well. I really am enjoying my position with my experts,
Oh,
and it's
nice.
just fantastic. So everything is going well.
So, with working with my math experts and you also mentioning that you are a teacher, how long have you been in education for?
I started back in the turn of the century. No, back in 1999, school year 99 to 2000.
Okay.
I was teaching and I was a broadcast journalist at the time.
Wow. How was that?
It was great, very exciting. I learned so much that I can actually apply to education. I was doing them simultaneously, but teaching one out just because of a story I was covering about the local school district, and I
Uh-huh.
said, "Wow, they really could use my help, I guess." And I decided to go ahead and just focus on being an educator
Yeah,
full
I
time.
guess that kind of leads into like just a question as well. Like, what was one of your favorite projects working as a journalist?
I would cover elections, and that
Okay.
was always fun to cover elections.
Hmm.
And I did, back then they would do telethons, and I also worked in radio. So I loved doing breaking news. I guess.
That
I
is
guess
so
that was fun.
cool.
Yeah, breaking news is fun.
That is
Just
so, so cool. Wow.
the
Well, thank you. Well,
adrenaline
hey, now you're here with my math experts and it's going great. So that's awesome. What's your favorite thing about working with my math experts?
I really, having coming from education, being in
Uh-huh.
education and kind of like dealing with organized chaos, it's nice to just deal with the organized part,
Yes.
where as everything just really seems to work seamlessly
Hmm.
and everybody is a participant that is involved. My math experts, administrators, they are very supportive. And
Yes.
unfortunately, in public education, a lot of administrators don't have that luxury to really be there for their educators. But
Yeah.
with my math experts, the admin is so supportive and so organized and on point. Also, there's a great deal of parental support that goes into it,
Yes.
and the students seem to be very engaged. So it's sort of nice to work with students one on one
Hmm.
and just everybody working together to really accomplish the objective or the goal.
Yeah, we've had this conversation across the board with all of the tutors, even including myself. I've always preached that Kevin and Bailey are amazing. They're so supportive, and all of our just I coworkers as well. We're all here for one goal and one purpose, and that is to help families and students, persevere through math. And it's so amazing that we can always get together once in a while and have these kind of conversations and connect that way as well. Yeah, that's so cool. So you had mentioned like, working one-on-one. What's your favorite thing about working one-on-one? Because I know like being a teacher in the classroom is a lot different than tutoring one-on-one online. So what's your favorite thing about that?
Well, I also want to mention Carrie Frick. She, helped
Yeah.
onboard me and did my little mentoring at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So that really gave me, working with her, I was able to really lean into the idea that they always preach in public education when you're in the
Mhm.
classroom. It's about building relationships with the students.
Yes.
You really can't do that with a whole classroom of people
Mhm.
because, um, you know, there's different personality types.
Mhm.
But most students are great when you work with them one on one, and it's great to see work with them and to being able to build a relationship
Yeah.
with the students. Whereas they want to please you and they want to do well, and it's a lot less. It's a lot more. Yeah, it's building the relationship with the
Mhm.
students. It's the most gratifying thing I find
It
working with.
is. And like just seeing them grow in their skills and confidence and just seeing them grow as well. It's like I've been working with my math experts a little over a year, and some of these kids just like sprout. They just sprout and they get a little bit older and it's like, "Oh my gosh, like what's going on?"
And yeah, they really can you can really build a relationships, whereas they'll show their quirkiness or their
Yeah.
sweet side and everything like that. And you don't really get that in a classroom environment because you
Yeah.
got 25 other kids or 30 or
Yes.
32 other
I have
kids.
32 students in one of my classrooms. It's
Exactly. And it's
big.
a
It's a big
lot.
classroom, yes. And I had mentioned this as well. The working one-on-one, some of the students feel like they can really open up a little bit more, even like because it's online, I think even more so than in person. They are not shy to, ask the questions. They're not shy to stop the session and kind of engage in a different way. Um, and just kind of how you mentioned that student engagement, they're here to learn and they are so dedicated to their learning, especially with that parent support as well. It's all around good.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I have one student, and she likes to, she'll say, "Oh, can I tell you something?" And it's just like, "Sure, go ahead."
Yeah.
And you're not hindered by, "Oh, I gotta get this through this curriculum."
Hmm.
But yeah, you can stop and let the student show a little bit of their personality
Yeah,
sometimes.
and
It's
you
really
can consider it like a
important.
little brain break too.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I love education. I'm fresh in the game. I'm about 3 years in, so I still have a lot to learn and a lot to experience, but outside of education, I really also do like to hang out just as a, hang out, go hiking, hang out with my dog all the time, take him to the dog park. So I wanted to ask you what else other than education do you have a passion in or that you have hobbies or like to do?
Well, outside of teaching, I love learning. So I love studying. I like to know about people, mainly
Uh-huh.
other cultures, and things about the universe. And I'm a thinker, so I'm a lifelong learner. So I'm always looking for different courses I can
Yeah.
take or different books I can read, but
Ooh.
also the whole traveling aspect and just learning how to love on other humans. So that's
Yes.
very important.
I'm
So
I don't
I'm a
like
learner.
reading, and I've made it a resolution to read this year. So do you have a small book recommendation that you think that I should start to read as a non-reader?
Well, I think it really depends on because I was an English language arts teacher
Uh-huh.
for a while. Of course, that coincides with journalism, but it depends. What kind of genre are you into?
I
I'm a nonfiction person, so I like
Yeah.
to read
I
like
guess I like both. I'm very much like yourself. Like I like to learn, I like to have different perspective. I like to be, like challenged as well. So even if there is like let's say a book that I started reading, I don't like to just put it down and say, "Oh, I'm not interested anymore." Like I try to make it a goal to finish the book to learn something from it. So I really like right now I'm reading Harry Potter. I'm also reading
good.
I'm also reading like I guess like a spiritual awakening book as well, some,
Right, I read a lot of those too.
yeah, I don't know, so I'm kind of all over the place because like I said, I'm not a non-reader, so I don't know. So what would you recommend a book?
Well, there is a book. It's by an historian, and her name is Jill Leopold. I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but it's a history of the United States,
Okay.
and the way that it's written, it's very straightforward, and it's over 900 pages.
Okay.
So that's a little something. But it's about the history of the United States, and it's unfiltered. It goes back to, like, well, what was happening with this group when,
Hmm.
this was going on. So I do enjoy a lot of, historical fiction and things of that nature. But this book is called, I believe it's The History of the United States.
Uh-huh.
The author is Jill Leopold, I believe. I would have to look it up.
Jill
But
or
anyway,
Joe?
Jill,
Jill. Okay,
Jill.
perfect.
I actually saw her on, I also like to watch TV and I
Yes.
like to stream things. So I actually saw her recently on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, to tell you the truth.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I like things like that. So yeah, I do a lot of spiritual books. I've read, different pastors'
Uh-huh.
book. There is this guy named Fussell Sang, his last name, and he writes about, you know, he has a book out is called "A Separation of Church and Hate," and
Ooh.
it's very, very good. And it's about how to shoot down. His name's John Fugelsang, how to shoot down people who might have these crazy ideology, Christian nationalist
Hmm.
ideology, and how to talk to those folks and love those folks, and also using scripture to debunk all of their arguments about
Gotcha.
said group and that group. But yeah, John, separation of church and hate.
And hate.
That is very good,
That sounds
and
interesting. Yeah. I'll
it
have
is.
to
It's
check
funny.
those out.
Yeah, he's a comedian as well,
Oh,
so he
that's
was really on
great.
TV. So yeah,
Oh, nice. Well, that's very, very interesting, Lisa. Yeah, I wish I can read a little bit more. I try a little bit, but it just knocks me out. Like I have a math brain, so I rather do puzzles. I rather, go outside, paint, do something a little bit
sure.
more creative than I remember growing up, and especially in elementary school, it's like, ugh, sit down and read. Ugh, like I was like, no, give me something else to do, please.
Well, the book I was talking to you about it's called These Truths by Jill
Okay.
Lepore. These Truths, and it's a history of the United States. But yeah, reading does in fact help you be a good problem solver. I think
Yeah,
there's a good
there's
connection
just so many
between
benefits for reading. Yes.
math and reading. It's about recognizing, you can recognize patterns and
Hmm.
stuff. But yeah, it takes a lot, and it's not like I'm like, ooh, let me run and get a book and read it,
Yeah.
when I can stream something on Netflix. But it is something that I enjoy. Once I get that book in
Hmm.
hand, I do want to read it, and I do prefer a physical book as opposed to an electronic
Me
book.
too. Me too. Yeah, I always say like I'll read a math book.
Yeah,
I'll read a math book, but it's so challenging for me. But I like it so far. I'm doing good. I've read 2 books this year, so my goal is to read 6.
awesome. You're at a good start. It's
Yes,
only March.
yes, yes, yes. So I'm like, all right, pat myself on the back. I did it one year. I think it was the year of COVID, so I had a lot of spare time, and I was like, all right, and I knocked them out of the park. There were small books, but I still considered them full reads.
Okay, well, which books did you read so far this year?
This book, it's called The Power of Now by
Okay.
Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, okay. No, I thought I heard of it, but no, I don't think
I
that
really
it's.
like it. It's very interesting. My mom's the one that actually recommended it to me. It's just basically like utilizing your power of consciousness and like being in the moment with time and space, and how it helps you be a little bit more grounded and you're just in yourself and your day to day, and how we can get, I always say like the saying, like lost in the sauce. So, just instead of thinking about the past or the future, and all of those things are good to plan and to
Right.
have perspective on, but um like when you walk your dog, do you count how many trees you walk by, or are you thinking about your day? It's just like really
Right.
sinking in and grounding yourself, like look around you, pause, take a step, like because life flies by so fast, but it doesn't necessarily have to. You can just learn to calm your mind. And then I'm about halfway through my Harry Potter book.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that power. I read a lot of books that are similar to like The Power of Now, I guess, too, about being in the moment and recognizing creation and appreciating everything.
Yeah, it's
So,
so, so sweet. It's so sweet. Well, Elisa, it was so nice to sit down and chat with you for a minute. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
not a problem. I enjoyed it so much.
Yes,
So
and
nice to
and
meet
I'm so
you.
glad to have more members on my math experts. I mean, me myself, I'm a tutor, and it's so nice to, get to know everybody individually and meet with everyone. So, if you ever need anything, always feel free to chat with me.
All right. So you're an active tutor as well. What
Yes.
levels do you tutor?
Yes.
What levels do you tutor?
I teach more so in the junior high level. So, my certification is 4th through 8th grade mathematics.
Oh, okay.
And so my youngest student that I've had in my math experts was a second grader. She was so sweet. And my oldest was in high school. So, and right now I'm a high school math teacher right now at the moment as well. Mhm.
Oh, okay, great, great. Maybe I will get in touch with you
Yes.
because I'm going like that middle grade level. I like to do. My youngest is second grade at this point, and now it's sixth grade. It just seems like they're teaching math a little bit differently these
Oh
days.
my gosh, tell me about it. Isn't it such a trip?
It's a trip. So it freaks me out a little bit when my sixth grader comes and like they have these blocks and they're like, "Oh, we're doing it." I'm
Like,
like, "What are
what's
you
going on?
doing?
Wait, hold on. Just line up the
Just put it in your head."
numbers.
It's weird, but I'm learning and it's great.
It is,
And it's
yeah, and that's
important
so
to have
fun
it daily.
too. Like we forget all of that basic math as we grow older, and then it's like, wait, hold on, like I have to kind of reteach this elementary math, and it's a little fun and sweet at the same time.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I enjoy it.
Well, Lisa, you have a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you so much with meeting with me. It was so good to get to know you.
It was great getting to see you
Yes,
too. I
thank
hope
you.
to see you soon.
Yes, anytime.
Okay, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. Bye, Lisa.
Bye, Nicole.